Have you ever seen that show, Joe Pera Talks with You? It's a comedy, but it's also somehow really sweet and really calming. It was definitely my favorite show during the scarier parts of the beginning of the pandemic. There's an episode where he takes you on kind of a ritualistic autumn drive around Michigan's Upper Peninsula, and then he chucks a dying jack-o'-lantern into the river. If you've seen the show, then you know that there's a bit more to it than that. So I just thought it might be a good idea to pay homage to this concept. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to carve out this pumpkin and then drive around with it a little bit and chuck it in the Willamette River. I've never really been a very good carver of jack-o'-lanterns, so I basically stick to the basics. My sister Nova, however, is particularly good at it. She gets really into it every year. She'll use these special tools, and she'll cut out stencils and carve these really elaborate characters. And, I'm supposed to be the creative one in the family, and I'm only capable of the most basic of jack-o'-lanterns. Maybe I shouldn't be using a multi-tool. Still though, he does have some personality, and possibly a little bit of my soul. Watch the house, Rigby. So I highly recommend Joe Pera Talks with You if you haven't seen it already. My favorite episodes are Joe Pera Takes You to the Grocery Store, Joe Pera Waits with You, and Joe Pera Takes You to Breakfast. What's your favorite episode? Well, yeah, that's a good one. Sorry, little buddy. So this jack-o'-lantern that grew in my yard, nourished by the soils of Willimantic, will now be laid to rest the same way I hope to be one day, by getting chucked in the Willamette River.
That water doesn't look anything like root beer. I wish it did though. Unfortunately, it hasn't been colored by tannic acid leached from cedar swamps that don't even exist upstream.